All right, what's going on, kickboxers? Here today talking about a kick. We've done something like the Muay Thai kick where the leg is stiff and I'm kicking. We've done those a lot, but I'm going to talk about a kick today where we're making a little whip at the end. It's more what I call a Taekwondo kick because it's one of the first kicks that I learned. And there's a couple of different ways to do it. I'll show you both ways that I do it, okay? One of the first ways is I'm always aiming at my target with my knee. If I'm kicking towards the head, my knee is coming up and it's pointing towards the head. If I'm going towards the body, my knee is pointing towards the body. Now the next movement is the whip and the turn of the foot. And what I want you to do is, first of all, is just aim with your knee and then turn your heel towards the back. If you're kicking higher, this is going to open your hips up a little bit more, and I advise you to get a good stretch before you do this. So the knee comes up towards the head, and the heel opens up, and we're going, our target's a little bit higher. You're going to have a tendency to want to do a lot of this leaning back when you do this kick. You'll start that way, but the more you do this kick, the more you'll be in an upright position to keep your balance. I don't prefer to lean back a lot because when I lean back a lot and I kick, if I ever land in front, I'm either moving into punches. Hopefully I'm not moving into punches, but you can leave yourself open. If you're straight up and down, I can get my balance back or I can rotate on around. So crawl before you run. Okay, first kick, let's go towards the body. Practice the knee coming up towards the target. Open up the hips. And we're whipping. When you do this, my knee comes towards my target. When my hips come over, you realize your knee is no longer pointing at them. It's across the center line. So if you're here, you don't want to leave your back exposed if you put your foot down. You still want your foot where it can step to the outside and you're kind of defended. So don't open yourself up too much where I'm totally missing my target and I'm overshooting. So I'm here and I'm whipping. Knee comes up, turn the hips and the heel towards the back. All right, a little bit higher. Knee comes up and we come back. Again, the knee comes a little bit past the center line. And the higher you kick, the more you need to stretch. All right, I may be able to kick higher, but I'm not stretched out. So knee towards your target, turn the heel and the hip over and make the whip. Still a powerful kick, and what it does when you throw it at somebody, it throws their timing off because they see the knee come up and they see the kick and they put their guard up. There's that delay. There's a slight delay that makes them want to take their hands down because they feel like they should be kicked already, and that kick is delayed and really throws their timing off. That's one way across the center line. There's some people that they don't bring the knee across the center line. They kind of combine these kicks into both. They'll turn the hip over first, but they'll whip around with the knee. But the knee is still coming towards the target. And to me, that's more of a Thai style kick because your knee's behind the target. But when you add the whip onto the end, by the time your knee reaches, it still crosses the center line before you ever whip the end of your leg. So it's kind of from I guess you could say it's kind of a longer distance kick because it's the difference between a hook that's tight and a hook that's kind of looping. Because this kick more loops to the outside as the knee comes back across. And the first one is more straight to it and a whip. Practice the first one, and then we'll talk about the second one, because the application of the kick is different, and that second kick can really get you into a lot of trouble because it's a big telegraph. My coach used to telegraph this kick with me, and it's a kick that I do with like beginners because you can read the kick coming and it gives you plenty of time to block. So it's one that I'll throw at people to give them the chance to learn how to block kicks. But if you really want to hit them with the kick, you just go straight forward, and the timing is much harder to catch. 10,000 reps, get it done.